All right, y'all. Y'all subscribe, man. Hope y'all feeling good. I'm finna get into Rihanna's house done got shot at. Little Durk trial update. And Obama. Go ahead and get into it. Get into Rihanna first.
This morning, a woman was arrested after a shooting outside Rihanna's Beverly Crest mansion.
The singer was reportedly home when that gunfire broke out. Gigi Garcia live in Beverly Crest with the story. Gigi, good morning.
And I can tell you, good morning, Bob and Jen. I can tell you security is really tight on this block when we're talking about Rihanna and A$AP Rocky's private security. There's several security guards stationed up and down the street. And there's been a flurry of activity between people leaving with suitcases and other people arriving with suitcases. Unclear exactly who they are. But as you mentioned, Rihanna was reportedly home yesterday when a woman pulled up in front of her home and just began shooting.
What?
It all happened in broad daylight about 1:20 Sunday afternoon in this normally quiet Beverly Crest neighborhood near Coldwater Canyon. People who heard the shooting told police it was a non-stop barrage of bullets. Some
that house nice.
Gate and reportedly the entrance to the home behind the gate, with witnesses telling police.
For some reason, I think a house will be bigger. When I tweak it, that house big. I think that house big. I mean, it's big, but like, I think it'll be way. It's probably just the angle, but I feel like the house would be way bigger. Like that's a big house. Like, yeah, I don't know. Y'all ain't gonna understand what I'm trying to say. It's a big house, but like, look at this.
Inside the car, police say they found an assault-style rifle, again, inside the suspect's Tesla. Meanwhile, neighbors described exactly what they heard.
I feel like it's just a crazy story on what happened is there.
Bam, 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 bam. Like, probably 10 shots. It was scary, but, you know, I can't imagine being in there.
Whoa, man.
No idea what it could have been, although I know
Keith England.
Sunday afternoon.
Try to replay that, bro. Hey, he the witness. Yeah, this sketchy.
It was scary, but, you know, I can't imagine being in the house because you're hearing the bullets hitting and that sort of stuff. I have no idea what it could have been, although I know it was just jarring, very jarring in the middle of the night.
Jarring? What does that? What? Yeah, he I don't know what type of man he is. I'm gonna say he like a businessman. Jarring? What? Hey, bro. Something sketchy about this, bro. Something sketchy, bro.
Children and A$AP Rocky were also here. Detectives with LAPD's robbery homicide division, they worked late into the night last night here at the home, combing the area for clues, but they did not release a possible motive for the shooting. And bringing it back to your life, you're looking at the front.
This is just a crazy story in the situation. But yeah, man, I hope we good. Hope the family good. Hope all the shirt. People just crazy. But I just know it's a crazy story and what happened that day. All right, next. All right, y'all, we get into the Durk case the Durk case update. Apparently, I guess Brian Steele, you know, the goated lawyer, he done got on his case now. You know, he was thug lawyer and all that.
Okay. All right, perfect. So there is like an update on Lil Durk. And we did post a shout to Lawyer for Workers, who has been like keeping like really in tune with the case. Check this out right here. Little Durk update. The trial has been pushed to August 2026. If you
new hairdo?
Nobody's there for Durk. Motion denied. But that's just the noise. The fact of the matter is, his trial team has won a number of points in this case. The indictments, there's been 3 indictments, and each time the allegations against Durk have thinned out. Some of the evidence that they wanted to use has actually been withdrawn so that the judge didn't have to exclude it. I'm going to take you through it piece by piece. I'll leave the best parts for the end. First, when they charged Durk, the main allegation about him rapping in his lyrics was this lyric about him going, told me they got natty, got location, green light, seen your son on the news screaming, no, no. Okay, that lyric, if you play that lyric, then you play the video of Quando next to the murdered victim, no, no, you would have won major points with the jury. that lyric's not in the indictment anymore because Finland showed that those lyrics were written well before the murder. Couple more points. When they bought this case, they said little Durk update. The trial has been pushed to August.
Let's go to this.
Interestingly, at the same time that the government pivoted from saying Didi paid the shooters to saying, hey, it was putting people in music videos, they also added a fallback charge. So when they bought the case, the original indictment, there was no stalking charge. In the second superseding indictment against Durk, they added a stalking charge. And the stalking charge is important because it doesn't require any contract. No quid pro quo, no bounty, no payment theory. You can add that charge and simply prove that, hey, he was telling people to go do this. He didn't necessarily pay them to go do a murder, but he was telling them to go follow that guy. He was telling them to go stalk that guy. And a jury can look at it and say, a lot like in the Diddy case, that, hey, not exactly sure here.
The Diddy
very,
case.
Very, very suspicious individual over here. I'm going to go ahead and hit him with the lesser charge. And so, when the government puts in that fallback charge later in the case, that tells you that they're not 100% sure on their theory, that they acknowledge that, hey, we need to have a fallback here. Keep an eye out for a couple things. One, interestingly, at the same time...
I don't know what Durk and Diddy case got to do with each other, but... I give him a guess. He worked Diddy case too. He must have. Yeah, so basically, Durk switched lawyers, and it looked like this lawyer finna help him get out. He's saying basically all the evidence against him getting thrown away. So it basically like his case turning good. Was what it seemed like. But that's what he making it. That's what he perceived it to be. So yeah. Now we gotta get into Obama, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Hope everything good with Durk while you in there, man. Hope he's straight and all that. Hope be good. Hope the family good and all that. All right, next. Get into Obama. The Obama, I guess he done took some shots at Trump, bro, basically, or denied him invitation to some. Let's see.
To some new assault on our democratic institutions. Another setback to the idea of the rule of law. An offense to common decency every day you wake up to things you just didn't think were possible. Each day we're told by those in high office to fear each other and to turn on each other, and that some Americans count more than others, and that some don't even count at all. Everywhere we see greed and bigotry being celebrated.
They really got it. I wonder if he wrote the speech himself. Somebody wrote it for him.
We see science and expertise denigrated, while ignorance and dishonesty and cruelty and corruption are reaping untold rewards every single day. We see that. And it's hard to hope. It may be tempting for some to compromise with power and grab what you can. Or, even for good people, maybe just put your head down and wait for the storm to pass. But this man, Reverend Jesse Lewis Jackson, inspires us to take a harder path. Because if we don't step up, no one else will. How fortunate we were that Jesse Jackson answered that call.
Well, I ain't hear him take no shots at Trump, but yeah. I guess that was a lie or whatever. I don't know. I guess it's one of the videos on that. But yeah, I got another situation that's been going on lately. Rihanna situation, the other situations been going on. Yeah, man. That's subscribe. I'm out.